one of the most exciting products that Tilta released this year is the new Hydra Alien Pro. Now, you guys know I like to use the Hydra Alien. This is my favorite car mount. I've been using it for many years. But now this is their new updated version. And so tell me what's new about it.
Okay, so the new Hydra Alien Pro, this is an updated version of the older Hydra Alien. The one biggest development that we have for this one is the electronic suction cups. So electronic suction cups, they have a PSI reader inside of it, a battery, and a motor inside. So once it indicates that it's losing pressure, the motors will activate and it will actively pump back up the suction cups. So that way you don't really have to worry about having to jump out, re-pump it up between every take. So this kind of takes care of that problem. The other great thing about this one is that there is an electronic fluid that's in here. I'm not quite sure what the original name of it is, but essentially it changes viscosity as you apply electricity to it. So what it does then, you have electronic control here, and that way you can tune your dampening. So if I put the dampening all the way down to 0, it's very flexible, moves around a lot. But if I go up, then you have a much more stable form of dampening. Essentially the same as our Hydra Alien. You do have your full Z-axis vibration isolation here. You have the ability to modularly change the orientation of all the components here. That way you can mount it to the front of the car, back of the car, side of the car, anywhere you really want to mount it. The other great thing about this system is we also added 2 support rods to it with 2 suction cups as well for added support.
And the overall, I mean, the size looks a lot bigger as far as
Yeah.
like the arm length, and I think the payload's a lot more as well, right?
It's about 22 pounds, maybe a little bit more if you want to get fancy with bigger cameras. But essentially, yeah, it's a much stronger, beefier version of our first Hydra Alien. Much bigger version here. All the components are much stronger, lighter weight as well. So this is made with aircraft aluminum. Yeah, everything has been much greater improvement on our original design, especially with the suction cups and the electronic control. That's the 2 biggest factors of how much we've improved on this original system.
And as far as the suction cups go, is it gonna ship with these, or these are like optional?
They are going to ship with them. I believe you would have an option if you wanted the original mounts. It might be a price difference there, but you can also buy all the pieces piecemeal too. So if you only want the suction cups, we'll have the ability to sell you just the cups, just those support rods, or just the arm itself. If you want to mount this to, let's say, an e-bike like we have over there next to our Ferrari setup.
So, as far as, I mean, I'm sure you don't necessarily have any pricing for these yet.
Not just yet. Yeah, we should know about pricing and availability by the time CineGear rolls around.
And are these suction cups also going to come with the current for the current Hydra Alien?
No, not necessarily. I think these are specifically for the new versions of it. But let's say if you do want to adapt it, if we have enough demand to be able to adapt it to the original system, then we could create some sort of adapter plate or anything like that. But it really, we really want to just hear our user feedback. So again, if there's enough demand for it, then we can consider making an adjustment.
Yeah. Awesome. It's a really cool thing.
Yeah.
I really love the overall design of it as far as the previous one was great. I mean, I've had it, I've been using it for almost 3 years now,
Right.
and it's been solid. But this one, just seeing this overall, the design of it, the mounting options, the whole screen of it, and it takes V-mount battery to
Yep.
power the arm.
It takes V-mount batteries to power the arm, so it's powering the electronic functions of it. So, and I believe later on too, because you can power this through USB-C, all the suction cups. I suggested getting a power breakout for USB-C. That way you can actively power them as you're rolling, so you don't have to worry about losing power or running out of battery life. If you do run out of battery life on the suction cups, they will stay locked down, so they won't release pressure if they do run out of battery.
Okay. And one more last question. As far as weights go, you want to have a heavier setup or a lighter setup. How what are the weight options, or is it just kind of like a dial adjustable?
I think it's a dial adjustable weight option. Essentially, you want to try to keep the arm parallel to the floor as much as possible. That way, you have a wide range to be able to absorb any kind of bumps or any kind of inconsistencies in the road. But essentially, I think just like our original Hydra Alien, there might be new springs that might be coming out later for heavier loads. But that's really dependent on what our user base is needing at the moment.
Yeah, and I like this new mounting system. It doesn't have those circle.
Right. The circle pin
Yeah.
things anymore. Yeah, it's like it's again very modular. You can really swing it any way you want. That way, when we try to make it a little bit easier, because on set, time is a factor, so you want to be able to make things happen really quickly. So that's why we changed overall some of the designs that a lot of our users wanted to change, and that was one of them. Yeah, like
Yes.
being able to move the mounts like quickly without any trouble.
Awesome. Well, all right. Thank you for your
Yeah,
information.
of course.
When can people expect this?
So we're looking at about like CineGears for like pricing and availability. We'll be taking pre-orders at that point, and then I believe typically it's usually about like 4 to 6 weeks after that. Like once the first one starts shipping out.
Okay.
But don't quote me on it.
Yeah.
It could always change. But again, like this is like the first time we're showing it off here at NAB.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, this is all with the Hydra Alien Pro. If you guys like it, come check it out at CineGear. They're gonna have it over there. But yeah, awesome. Thank you.
Awesome.
Appreciate it.
No problem. Also, join our raffles.
Yeah, join the raffle. They're giving away an iPhone 15 Pro Max and the new Chronos case that I was showing you
Yep.
earlier. Cool.